in the advertisement, what we put is learning to live with grief, right, and loss, grief and loss. Because loss, of course, can produce grief and can produce sadness and withdrawals and all of the emotions of anger and disappointment and all of that. It's all inclusive. Um, but sometimes we think when it comes to our loved ones that it means that it ends. At some point, it's going to end, right? But the beauty of it is what I've learned after 15, almost would it be 15 years with my mother. My father will be 21 years. And then my grandparents, is 9 and my grandmother's 9, my grandfather's 10. So it's just bam, 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 bam. I got, bam, 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 bam. And so after a while, it can sometimes feel traumatic, right? It's because it's like you're constantly on a roller coaster with your emotions. And even if it's not a loved one, it could be career, relationship, for me, a marriage, going through divorce, empty nesting. My son is in college now, adjusting to that, right? Had to end up selling my home. I didn't want to, but as the divorce all worked out, I was as after I fought everything, and I'm sharing this to talk about the different stages of loss and grief.
Yes, go ahead.
I had to deal with that, and then feeling guilty and displaced and homeless, and the whole gamut of feelings that we go through. And it can be very traumatic. It can bring up a lot of uncertainty, tears, uh, and but the beauty is it's part of the price of love and joy.
Mhm. Yes, yes, it's all a part of the process, most definitely.
Hmm.
Yes, and
Hmm.
just think now that you've gotten to the other side, what does that feel like, Iris? I
Other
mean, I
side,
know you're still grieving your parents and your grandparents and your mother and your father, um, but now that you have made some hard choices and that you have gone through them, you've gotten to the other side of the start of the process, I should say,
hmm
or maybe
hmm
the middle of the process. And certain parts of it, like the book is, that's the conclusion of the,
hmm
the three-part series, Your
hmm
Marriage. I mean, that's
hmm
finalized. Empty nesting, that portion of your parenting is finalized. So
hmm
by that, that's what I meant to the
But
other side of it. Yeah.
it's an excellent question. Excellent question. And what I am learning, um, and what I'm experiencing is learning how to let go, really understanding. We hear the words let go. And
Hmm.
oftentimes it's like, okay, so what does that really mean? What does it mean to let go? Let go of
Hmm.
what? What else am I supposed to let go? What what else am I supposed to do? There's nothing else here. But really releasing what I do not have control over, um, and knowing that where something ends and there is a new beginning. So
Hmm.
yeah, there's a fresh start. And though that ends, and the ending of one thing doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, good, whatever, whatever. It just means that that no longer exists. And now I get to choose and have a different type of relationship with the relationship.
Hmm. That
I
is
hope that,
so good.
yeah,
That is so, so good.
yeah. I get to have a different type of relationship with the
Hmm.
relationship. So
Hmm.
I get to have a
That
different
is so good.
relationship with my child,
Hmm.
um, who's growing and into adulthood. And though as a mother, we always are concerned, and
Yes. Yes.
that is not going nowhere. But really believing that the foundation is there, right? And trusting
Hmm.
and that the protection, as it pertains to his father and my former husband, that relationship has ended. And now I have a
Mhm.
new relationship, and that new relationship is I put myself first and I don't break my boundaries.
Praise God. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't betray myself to be
Mhm.
in relationship um, as it was before, because it'll never be like that again.
Mhm.
And being okay with that, and to learning that stop beating myself up and having
Yeah.
regrets and I
Mhm.
can't believe it and 20 years of my life and ah,
Yes.
you know that
Yeah.
whole thing.